Hi, and welcome to this edition of Fishing and Hunting the North Country. It's mid-May, it's Memorial Weekend, and here in Minnesota that is bass season opening up. We're on a West Metro area lake here, and we are going to chase some largemouth bass. If you take a look up here where we're at, we've got hard bottom area. There's a muskie just rolled. We could see some of them too. You see the wake to the left there where the muskie rolled. But we've got reeds and bulrushes, and we've got firmer, kind of perfect bedding bottom inside of those. And then outside of that, we've got a weed line, and we've got an open area in between. And we're going to be targeting lots of areas like this today. These bass should be post-spawn, just coming off the beds. And with the water temp where it is, I've already seen ripples, sunfisher starting to kind of group up on what I call the inside weed edge. You have the hard bottom, and then you get to softer bottom, and the weeds start. That inside weed edge on the lakes around here is going to be cabbage, curly leaf pondweed, maybe a little coontail, but some of the, I call it cleaner weeds. And then as it gets a little deeper in the bottom, gets even softer, then we'll get to the milfoil. And the sunfish are going to bed up in some of the same areas where the bass did. So we're going to be working that inside weed edge and into the weeds a little, trying to find just how far out the bass are coming off of the beds. We should be able to find males that have been done off the beds for a while, and females that drop their eggs and have moved out and are hopefully starting to feed on those sunfish that we're seeing. Could see a muskie or two on this lake, and could see some nice sized pike as well, but our target is largemouth. So we're going to get going here. Got the trolling motor and a locator fired up here. We're going to get after them. We're going to be working spinner baits, swim baits, and weedless spoons for the most part along these inside weed edges. Kind of fishing horizontally. We're going to be covering edges and then into the weed flats a little bit, so we're going to be fishing horizontal approaches like that cover some water, and hopefully trigger some of those bass, and hopefully we'll get on some here and we'll get some video of them. Hey, well, it didn't take long. First cast we had a double, me and my dad, so we couldn't get the camera. Second cast, I got a little male here. Our double they were a little bigger than this, but they were a couple of males again. So we'll find a lot of these males fresh off the beds out here, but we'll find some bigger females too. But nice start, 2 casts each, 3 fish already. So we'll get back to it, try to get some bigger ones here, but there's a opening day male largemouth. We're still at it here. We've caught we're up to 5 of those little males. We just got a little bit bigger. This might still be a male, but a little bit bigger fish here. Well, we're still into those weeds, not too far out from where they would spawn, up in that cleaner bottom. That's a little healthier male there. Could even be a spawned out female. We'll take a look here. White 1/2 ounce Terminator spinnerbait. We're alternating white and chartreuse. You see clear conditions. Water's fairly clean, so that white right now seems to be the color, but a little nicer fish there. And we'll keep at it here. Let's see if we can get some more. Hey, just had a double here. My dad just got another 15, 16 inch largemouth, but had him grab the camera for me because I just hooked up a pike, pretty nice pike. He pushed it, didn't get it, and came back a second time, going around under the boat here, cutting up weeds. But thought we'd get some video of this. In these areas you're going to find pike as well. We did see a muskie splash when we first got out here this morning. Lake's got some nice pike in it, so. All right, there he is. Not a bad one. Ate up that Terminator spinnerbait. Let's see if I can grab him without tangling him all up in a net here. Almost got him. There we go. Spinnerbait. Out of there. Didn't want to let go. There we go. All right. About close to a 30-inch pike. Right around there. So nice fish. Get him back. This side. Nice stout one. And he's gone. So bonus fish when you're on these inside weed edges like this, you get depending on the lake, pike. This lake's got muskies. Even up on an inside weed edge you can find a walleye, and we've got a lot of walleyes this time of year chasing down spinner baits and swim baits too up on the inside weed edge. So but this lake will be largely pike, and we may see a muskie yet today too. We'll get back to it here. Hey, we got another largemouth here, another male. Those 15 inchers or so. But catching lots of these, a few bigger ones, and then that big pike. We're going to work this area a little more. If we can't get a few more bigger ones, we will. We got lots of spots to try similar to this, and we'll find where some of the bigger ones are. Okay, my dad's got one here. Another male. Yeah, he put 15 incher. Than I thought. Yeah, these post-spawn males, they're up in these weeds here to do one thing, and that's feed, and they are aggressive. They're hammering it, and they are fighting hard. But oh my gosh, I don't know how many of these we've been here. At times we've been fishing about an hour, and we must have caught a dozen of these already. A couple of bigger ones, and then that pike. So we'll stick it out here a little bit. Hate to leave fish, but we're hoping to catch some bigger ones than that, a few more like that other one. So good job. Got one. Oh, man. Real little one there. Just can't keep these boys off. We're gonna move here pretty soon, try to get some bigger ones, but boy are we knocking these around. spots. Caught another little male right away, and then another, this is a little bigger one here, so we thought we'd get this one on film. But I mean, this is largely, we're kind of up on these flats, we're going to be getting a lot of these post-spawn males. We've had, we got to be approaching 20 of these now already in an hour and a half, and a couple of females. And then still on this, we've been catching them on the white and the chartreuse half-ounce Terminator T1 spinnerbait. We're running a little titanium, tieable titanium from Terminator, also leader there. Real thin, no memory titanium wire that you can tie. So we've got a tied splice to, we're using, should go over this, we're using a, I'm using a bait caster, my dad's using a spinner, but it's a, this is a 7-foot St. Croix Tournament Legend Bass Series bait caster. It's a medium heavy power, fast action, or this is actually a moderate action, and a Pflueger, nice Pflueger 10 bearing bait cast reel on there. We've got 14-pound test Berkley Fireline on there, and then that Fireline is spliced to about 6 inches there of that titanium wire, and then that is tied right directly onto, you can tie with that, it's called tieable titanium, tied right onto that Terminator T1. My dad's using a medium heavy moderate action 6.5-foot spinning rod, and we're getting them. Hey, got another spot here, similar to all the other ones we've been talking about. We got a nice largemouth here. Get him up here. There, I think we found a female there finally. So, again, that white spinnerbait, and again, we're just out in cabbage and coontail, trying to catch bass here that are moving out after the spawn, and found a female there. She spawned out, but we'll keep at it here and see if we can get some more of them. All right, Dad's got one here. Got down in the weeds. Looks like another male here, maybe 15, 16 incher. Plucking them out of these weeds. You can see there's a little bit of milfoil there, and there's a bunch of curly leaf pondweed there, and there's even some coontail. Nice mix, this spot we're at. That's on that chartreuse and white one. Bad. Boy, we've just been banging those up all morning here. Yep. All right, we'll see if we can get some more. A little bit bigger. Dad's got another one here. Another whole 16 incher or so. We're just on another spot, but similar to what we've been fishing here. When the pan really takes the hook off, we got right up there is where bass would have bedded, up in that firmer bottom by those weeds and rushes up there, and we're just on a flat out in front of that here with cabbage and curly leaf, and the bass are out here. They're looking up. There's sunfish staging up out here. The sunfish are getting ready to spawn, and we're definitely finding lots of male bass out here. Alright, didn't take long after that last one of my dad's. Another nice healthy male largemouth here. Again, we just have we're just out on a flat, mainly cabbage. There's some curly leaf pondweed in here, some coontail, and these fish are out here. I'm going to get this guy back. These fish are out here, and you know, there's a lot of different ways to fish bass, but this early season like this, what we found here today and what we find this time of year a lot of the time is that the fish were just out from where they spawned. They're done bedding. The males are out in these thick weeds, and the females are out here too. Not quite as aggressive. We're not catching as many. We're catching some, but they are out here to feed, and they're sitting in these weed beds that are 6 to 9 feet deep, and they're sitting down in the weeds and looking up. Now you could try fishing, with a plastic, a jig, a more vertical approach, but the fish are scattered. They're not schooled up on the tips of points or the edges of a reef yet, so we're using a horizontal approach, spinner baits, swim baits, spoons. Spinner bait's been the ticket today so far, and we're covering water. We're pulling the baits across these flats, drifting and trolling over these flats and casting them, and fishing above the fish. The fish are sitting down those weeds looking up because sunfish are staging over these same weedy areas. They're going to move up into some of the same areas that the bass spawn. Another 3-4 degrees water temp here, and they're going to be moving up there to spawn, so they're out here. So these bass are cruising around in these weeds down below just like a predator would, using that cover, and then looking up and they see an unsuspecting sunfish up and they come up. So we're fishing above them with these baits, and I think we're catching more fish by covering water and fishing above them than we would fishing vertical, actually below the fish in a lot of cases, down on the bottom and trying to fish specific spots. So just something to think about. There's a lot of different ways to fish bass, and they all have different times where they shine. This horizontal approach, spinner baits, if the weeds are not too thick, crankbaits, swim bait, spoons is the way to go this early season when these fish are scattered on these weed flats. Hey there. We're just a few seconds here after that nicer bass my dad got. Something big drilled me here. He's gotten down into the weeds. Try to get over the top of him with the trolling motor here and see if we can get him out of there and get a look. I'm guessing it's a pike or a muskie. We get right over the top of him, that should spook him out of there. Or maybe, yeah, there, he's coming loose. I feel his head shaking now. Yep, there he goes. Didn't like the boat sitting right on top of them. See if we get a look at this fish here. It is a big pike. Nice one there. See if I get a hold of him here without netting him, so we don't hurt him any. He's got other ideas, but this will be much better for him than a net. So we're gonna let him go. There we go. All right. About if I had to make an estimate, about a 34-inch pike there. So nice fish. We'll get that spinner bait out of the corner of the mouth there. Get him back in the water. Yeah, nice bonus fish there when you're out fishing the bass in this cabbage weeds. There's sunfish everywhere out here, and these guys are out here chomping on those sunfish too that are getting ready to bed here pretty soon. I'll get him back. There he goes. He was ready very quick. So good bonus fish there. 34, maybe a 35-inch pike on top of all the bass we've been catching. So get back to it here and see if we get some more. Hey, we hopped in the truck. We caught lots of a male largemouth this morning, a few bigger females, some nice pike. Saw a big muskie, but we hopped in the truck and went about 35 miles farther west to a lake that's got a good largemouth population and a good population of these guys, smallmouth. And we haven't been here 5 minutes on our first spot. We got a nice smallie here. Get him up here and take a look at him. There we go. Nice bronze back there. So same deal. If you take a look behind us there, where we've got pencil reeds, and up inside there in the firm bottom is where the largemouth and the smallmouth on this lake would have bedded. And we're just out here outside of that a little bit. Bottom's softened just a little bit, and we got weeds out here. We got cabbage and some rock, and largemouth and smallmouth we're going to find out here. That's a nice smallie there. Good start to the day. It's middle of the afternoon, but it's cloudy. Got a little breeze, so we should catch fish all afternoon here. So we'll stay at it, see if we get some bigger largemouth and even some bigger smallies than this one. We moved to another spot here on this lake. We're over kind of a gravelly, rocky, mixed flat. Again, just out from where fish would bed, and got some scattered weed on it, and got another smallmouth here. Trying to get a handful of hooks here. Still working the spinner bait a little bit, and also a jerk bait. This is a shadow wrap. It's called the Pretender color, or Imposter color, something like that. It's orange and white and gold. So, nice smallie there. Get him back and see if we can get some more. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Fishing and Hunting the North Country, and hopefully you got some insights into locating and then catching early season bass. We had a great day, all day long, 2 different lakes, caught largemouth, smallmouth, few pike mixed in. So it's been a good day, but we're gonna head on in. Good luck, and I'll see you out there somewhere.